everybody's doing well. Hopefully my makeshift tripod here will work out. My son used it for something and it is not, it's falling apart. I don't know what this goes to, but yeah, he may have a little job when he gets home. Um, I'm excited to tell you about what I've been working on. I am Elizabeth. This is Silver Scissor Soap. I think, or maybe it just might be the Silver Scissor. I know on my Instagram I'm the Silver Scissor Soap, but on here I'm just the Silver Scissor. I started my Instagram account because my friends and I, we used to all live in the same neighborhood, and we would quilt all the time. And we all had blogs. My blog is, I think it's the Silver Scissor Quilts, actually. This is a long time ago, and I haven't updated it for years, but you can still look at it. And it's just a blog spot. But anyway, as we all moved, we all kind of started blogging so that we could see what we were doing. One of my friends had moved to Texas, one moved to California. We had been kind of in a little starter size homes, so they were smaller, and as families grew, people moved, and so that it was nice to be able to see. And then I started this Instagram account, and I sew more clothes for my girls now than I do anything. But as I was posting them on Instagram, I was having all these weirdo people try to follow me, and I didn't want them to. So I took the pictures of my girls off, and I put a picture of cross stitch up on for my profile picture, so that they couldn't see that. And so I don't have anything I've really sewn anymore on there. So it's just kind of become cross stitch. But hi, can you go upstairs? Go play. My 5-year-old is right here watching. You can be right there as long as you don't talk, okay? Okay. Anyway, she actually is stitching too, but she likes to go from the top every time down. And so she needs me there to help her. Anyway, so on Instagram, Silver Scissor Sew. If you want to look at the blog, it's the Silver Scissor Quilt. But I also think that I changed it because I was doing a lot of home improvement things for a while because we had moved into this house. Our house was built in 1979, and so we were doing a lot of updates, and so I was posting a lot of that there too. I think I just changed it to the Silver Scissor. But anyway, one of those, if you want to look at them, and like I said, I think the last time I updated was 2012, so it's been a while. So this week, I haven't had anything super exciting going on. I was listening to Java Girl Stitches, and she was talking about her 16-year-old son and the crazy things. She's got 2 of them, the crazy things that they did. And I've got a 15-year-old son, and it is a little bit crazy. And I also have a 12-year-old son, and they are both sometimes just don't think. So I had to laugh as I was listening to her, but nothing huge this week. My friend and I went on Saturday. There's this place in Sunset, Utah. It's called Crafts to Me, and it's in the front is a bakery, and then behind it is this craft place, and you make signs. And so we went and made some signs. We went to a party that somebody had scheduled, but you can go, they have open craft days, and you can just go and make signs, and they have a website, so you can go and order before, but they also have stuff there that you can make. So anyway, we actually have been twice, and one of the times I did this one, but I hadn't, I actually made it at home. I bought the kit and brought it home to make, but because my husband ran out of nails for his nail gun, I hadn't put this on, and I kept waiting and waiting and waiting, and so then when we went back on Saturday, I just took this so that they could put it on for me. Says the lucky one. This is my only St. Patrick's decoration that I have, so I need to be getting more. And then I also made, on Saturday, I made this no soliciting. We get a ton of solicitors door to door at our house, and in our whole neighborhood, and it kind of makes me nuts. And because I have 5 kids, if somebody somebody knocks at the door, I suddenly have 5 kids running for the door to see who it is. And so I'm putting this up, and hopefully I did have a no soliciting thing, but I had it in a picture frame, just a piece of paper in a picture frame, and it blew off one day and the glass broke. So anyway, hopefully this one will help. When I had the other, I did get less, but I did still have some people who pretended like they couldn't see it. So yeah, that was fun. And then I also made this mandala for my living room, which is the room we're in right now. Anyway, you can choose. This is navy blue. It looks like it's black to me on here. I don't know if it's showing up, maybe, but navy with white. You can choose how you want to do it. You could do different colors on here, on any of them. You can use any paint color. I really like that. I've really been loving watching people do chalk couture, but it's expensive, and these end up being cheaper, and it comes with the sign and everything like that. And I don't have to buy all of the colors, like buy all the paint. It includes the paint, and they give you enough for your thing. The last thing that I made was this one. So Fresh Flower Market. I love that. Anyway, I love that it all comes together. I love that I don't have to buy. Like, I feel like chalk couture is a good deal if you're gonna like make signs to sell. But if you're only gonna make a few for your house, then I feel like, you know, you could use the stuff like you can use over and over. But if you're only gonna make it once, it's cheaper to do it this way. Anyway, but we had a good time. We were there from 9 o'clock until about 2:30 in the afternoon on Saturday making signs, and we had a good time. Anyway, so stitchery-wise, what I've been doing, I had this finished. This was finished last time, but I hadn't made it into a pillow. So again, I followed the tutorial that is whistle stop stitchers. Jen, her Flosstube video, she's got one, and I filled it with the lizard litter. That's really the walnut shells, and I had looked. There's a quilt shop that I hadn't been to that's kind of an area. It's by my brother's house, and I've been wanting to go. It's in Bountiful, and I have been wanting to go, but I always have my family with me, and they don't love quilt shopping. But I went in, and now I don't remember what I was going to say about that. Oh, I know what I was going to say. They had the walnut shells, so I just looked just to see. And they were way more expensive than just buying it as the lizard litter. I think it's like a 20-pound thing for the lizard litter, and it's like $10 or something. And I want to say that the others are like $5 a pound. So anyway, I did that, and then I did the Chanel trim. And so last time I did it though, I couched it on and just sewed around, and you can kind of see. I tried to find a color that was very similar so it would blend in, but I still could see it, and it bugged me, even if nobody else noticed. So on this one, I just I glued it with Aleene's fabric glue stuff, and it worked great. It's a little stiffer on the ends, but that's okay. And then I just make them to put on my shelf because I have kids and they were on the couch. They would be ruined. The other thing that I finished is Harvest Keeper by Plum Street Samplers. And I probably will not put this in a frame until it gets closer to fall, because I've just got a lot of other things to worry about finishing. Anyway, I used the called for colors. This is Country Mocha Linen, and this is 36 count. I do not love 36 count. I'm wearing my glasses because I worked on this solid last week, and my eyes are tired. I can feel it, that the smaller count, the more tired my eyes get. I used the called for floss, except for I used Weeks mascara for the black because I already had it, and I switched out. So these little pinkish acorns are wood rose, and I didn't want that color for the leaves because it was too pink for me, so I switched and did these ones in Tobacco Road of Weeks. weather, and for whatever reason, this got me really into beehives. I have never really been, so I'm not a big animal person. They're okay. We grew up with a dog, and I loved the dog. My oldest, though, is allergic, and so we've never really had pets. We do have a cat, but she stays in our sunroom, and we ended up getting her because we had a lot of mice in our yard, and I didn't want them in the house. But I've never been a big, like, I like the actual animal, but not like a animal decorator, I guess. I don't know. But I'm suddenly into bees, and I'll show you one of the patterns that I got, and I was surprised that I got it, but I just really loved it. So, anyway, I went to Shepherd's Bush twice last week, and then earlier today, because, well, so I went last Monday. I needed something. I'd run out of some kind of floss or something. I can't remember why I went. And I knew it was Monday, because it was the day everybody was coming back from market. So I knew that they wouldn't have the new stuff, but they had an open house, and so I bought some things there. But I had my little boy with me, and I probably shouldn't admit this, but I had to take my little boy with me because he's usually at kindergarten, and then my younger one, and now I have a 4-year-old. Well, she is turned 5, is at preschool. Well, and so I can usually go alone, but he had a UTI, and so I kept him home because he kept having to go to the bathroom. And so I took him up to Shepherd's Bush with me, thinking, okay, he'll be fine. There's a bathroom here, whatever. And that part was fine, but he was so bored without my daughter. And usually I go up there and they have a little playroom, and my kids love the toys. But because my daughter wasn't there to play with in there, he wasn't like naughty. He was just glued to me, stuck to me like glue. And then eventually he gave up and laid on the floor. So I was kind of trying to hurry, and it was busy. So I had to go again today to get the things that I regretted not buying last time, because really I would buy like everything if I could, but you know, there's the problem with money. So I haven't done that. But anyway, so I was trying to hurry, and I got the things that I wanted most, and then the things that I just kept thinking about, I went and got today, and I got some fabric that I didn't want to stand in the cut line because I wanted to get out of there with him, and so I didn't get fabric done. But I'll show you what I got. Oh, one other thing that I got when I was at that other quilt store that I was just telling you and couldn't remember. Well, I didn't get it, but I got fabric to make a project bag. So it's got the little bees, and then fabric up here. So I made this. I've got fabric to make another one that I got there too that was chickens. See, again, suddenly I'm into chickens. That's usually really not my thing, but whatever. So let me show you the first time I went last week to Shepherd's Bush. This is what I got. This is the shocking pattern. This is not something that I would usually go for, but I really, really like it. And there's a couple of these ones in this series that I really like, and I've kind of been resisting because I kept thinking, I'm not really going to want that, but I really do, and I just kept thinking about it. So I went and got it. But then when I saw the chicken fabric at the store, I don't really love chickens. I had to get the chicken fabric so I could make a project bag for it because, duh, why wouldn't I? So I will soon have a chicken bag and a chicken pattern, and I'll put them up. And I may do the cow one and the pig one and the sheep one. See, taste change, that's fine, right? So anyway, one of the things that I had to get at Shepherd's Bush when I went for market was this. And this is not a new for market, but they had this stitched, and it was so cute. And yet again, bees. And this is Be Kind, and it is by the Primitive Hair. And it's just tiny. They have it in a little frame. It doesn't say how many inches, but it is 54 by 53 stitches. So it's just tiny, but I love it. So it goes in my bee bag that I made. Then my market stuff, and I didn't get a ton. Like I said, I wanted to get everything, but I kept thinking, it'll be here later. I've got to do it. I debated back and forth on the Chessie and Me kit with the whale. I can't remember what it's called, and I didn't end up getting it. And then I saw it again today, and they still had a lot, and I was debating, but still. And then also the With Thy Needle little ort box. I really wanted that too, but I don't know. You have to cut out stuff. And so anyway, I only, because I was trying to cut stuff out, not buy everything out because they'll be there later, I bought this one. This Lala, and I am sure that you have seen it a zillion times by now. This right here is my favorite one in here. This, it looks like it's part of the Welcome Spring, and I am dying to do that Welcome Spring. I absolutely love it. Or Merrily, Merrily We Welcome Spring. I absolutely love it. But I am working on two big things, which I've showed you. One of them I'll show you a little bit of progress on. But I can't have another big one right now, and so I keep refraining from buying it because I know as soon as I buy it, I'm going to want to start it, so I'm trying not to buy it. So I thought I can do this one, but here's my other thing too. I kind of like to do things that are all like one picture. Like if you look, I don't know if you can see, on the shelf right here is, and I've showed it to you guys before, but right there, next to a picture of my grandparents, is the 3 tulips, and I kind of like that it's just one picture without a lot of spaces between when I do them. And I love the look of samplers, but sometimes when I'm stitching, I'm like, I hate to have to count over, because I'll do in one place and then I get tired of that, and then I like to be able to go over and do another spot. So I feel like on samplers, I've got to go off where the other motifs are, and so sometimes I don't love to do them as much, and that's a little bit of my fear with Merrily, Merrily We Welcome Spring, is it's so big. Am I going to get sick of it because I have to go? I don't know. And maybe not. So we'll try this one and see how it goes. And if it doesn't go well, I won't do the other. But if I end up loving it like that, then I will do the other. And my other favorite one, I'm only going to show you my favorite ones because you've, I'm sure, seen it a lot. My other favorite one in here is this one. And this will go really well in this room. In most of my house, I have got navy, gray, and in this room, in my formal living room, I've got the blush colors. And so, sorry, our cat is looking in our window from the roof of our sunroom. So I've never seen her up there before. But anyway, so the reds and pinks in this will be really pretty in my living room. And that's what I had to go back and get today. And I needed to go back and get fabric for this one. This I absolutely love. Yet again, there's a bee. But I just love the reds and it's looking not as bright on there as it is if you see the cover in real life. But I love it. I am down to 6 whips. One of them, though, I just started. So 5 whips for the Stitch 9 challenge I'm down to. And then I started another, I'll show you in a minute. And I want to keep it because I only have like 2 whips total, so I can just switch off between the 2. But I am dying to start this. It might happen. I can't promise that it won't. The other thing that I got, very similar, is this Quaker sewing basket. Or tray, and I got the tray as well. They had those at Shepherd's Bush, and I was able to buy that for $6 to go with this to finish. So $6 for a finish, pretty good. But I love this. And again, this is more motify than the other. So we'll see how I like these, and if I really like doing them, if they don't bother me, because I can't just go from one. Like I like to go this side of the fabric, this side of the fabric, kind of all over the place. So we'll see, and if that doesn't bother me, I'm doing Merrily, Merrily We Welcome Spring. Okay, then what I've been working on, I showed you the harvest keeper, and I finished that on Friday, and then I put in some more work on this one yesterday. I did some more fencing. I feel like every time I hold it up, it looks like I've barely done anything. This is it's a not full all over coverage, but here's my needle hanging out. But it's pretty thick coverage on on this, and I feel like it hardly looks like I've done anything since the last time. But yeah, it's slow going, and I really, really love this one. But I'm ready to start other summer stuff. But it's stressing me out that I don't have this done. I'm totally in the mood for summer. Um, when I do 36 count though, like I said, my eyes get tired fast, and I think because I worked on this other 36 count all week last week, my eyes are super tired. So I don't know, I may not pull this out till next week. I saw somebody, the Kindred Stitcher, doing in Friendship, and my husband gave me that one for Christmas. I don't think I showed that to you last time. Anyway, I haven't started it yet, but she had stitched the whole thing in like a month. I thought, okay, I can do this. I can just hurry, get it done this month, and then move on to something else. And as I was trying to do it last night, I'm like, okay, my eyes are getting so tired. I can't do 36 back to back. I've got to alternate with something bigger. Saturday, I started this. This is With Thy Needles, Welcome Spring, and I should have brought the picture, the pattern, but it's in the other room. So far, these are the called for colors. I've got the sheep going right here. I don't love the sheep color. It's a DMC color, and I use DMC all the time, but on things that are bigger, like the sheep, I like to see the variegation. And so I think I may take it out and find another one, an overdyed, so that I can see the variegation on that, because it's a big part of the thing. The other colors are the same, the called for colors, but I am going to be changing the berry colors that come up here. The ones that are the called for ones are a little bit fall looking to me. And they're probably, I mean, really, if you look outside, it's mud season here. Things are still brown and dead looking, and my kids are able to find whatever mud puddles are available to step in. So I don't, they go with the season, but I kind of want a brighter, summerier color. So I think I'm going to do like pinks and purples or something like that for the berries up there, and then also for the lamb's collar. So I may be working on this more this week, and then hopefully I can give my eyes a rest and go to the other. I did buy a small white with a magnifier, so hopefully that will help too. I bought it especially so that I could do the 1/1 in Heritage Samplers. And I have terrible eyesight. I've had glasses since I was little and whatever, but I feel like my eyes are really dry lately, and that could be part of it as well. So anyway, that is my plan. So this week I plan to stitch mostly on these two. And when I get done with this, I will probably start one of my new market starts. If I don't start it before then, which I might, because I just love them. Anyway, I got all of the stuff. I have all of the stuff for this one and the other tray that I just showed you. So those are probably next up. If I don't do one of the 4th of July ones or the henpick or that bee. One of those new ones is going to be what I'm working on. Who knows what it's going to be? Anyway, make sure to subscribe and leave me a comment, and follow me on Pinterest at the Silver Scissor Show. Or not Pinterest, Instagram. And I will see you soon. Thanks. Bye.